The strategic warrior's top priority is seeing the world and events around him as they are. Strategic thinking requires the highest level of realism. If you don't correctly perceive reality and use it to your benefit, it will automatically work against you. Our perception of the world is subjective, a construct of our minds. Every person views the world in his own way. We all have a particular idea of what is true. Consider your unique perception of reality as a map. Reality is the territory, while your perception is a self-created map of reality. The map is not the territory. Your mental map of reality is not reality, but a representation. The description of a thing is not the thing itself. Even the best and most useful maps have inaccuracies. The closer your mind map reflects reality, the greater your chances of avoiding trouble, getting what you want, and living a successful life. The foundation of power is the ability to control your emotions. One of the reasons this is true is because emotions distort your perception of reality. We look at the world through the lens of our emotions. Our perception of the world isn't a crystal clear reflection of reality, but a distorted image bent by the lens of our emotional state. The amount of distortion is determined by the strength of our emotions. Be aware that even a trace of emotion will slightly distort your perception. It is obvious to see. When we are in a great mood, the world is full of possibilities. We are unstoppable. Obstacles are a minor inconvenience. We tackle problems head-on with optimism and make progress. Conversely, progress slows down or stops completely when in a lousy mood. Everything seems to be difficult. We miss opportunities. Our self-discipline weakens and we make mistakes. It's essential to remember that emotions are a reasonable, ordinary, and necessary part of life. We never want to repress them. Instead, we want to be aware of our emotions as they spring up. Emotions are a form of energy. When we understand how they distort our perception of events around us, we can distance ourselves from them and, if necessary, change them. We can learn to control our emotions by channeling their energy into constructive action. Remaining aware of our feelings, thoughts, and emotions is fundamental to determining our destiny. To be strategic, we must dissipate our emotions by being aware of them. When we acknowledge they are present, we can then compensate for them. Let's look at the effects of a few common emotions on our perception and how we can counteract their distorting influence. Fear will make the enemy appear more powerful than he is. Fear can paralyze you, and it can also make you take rash actions without thinking. Fear creates a defensive mentality that is a disadvantage. Be aware that you will exaggerate the dangers you face whenever you are fearful. It can be helpful to gradually expose yourself to situations you fear. Over time, you begin to feel more in control. Imagination fuels fear. Facing your fears directly and exposing them to the light will weaken their influence. When you are fearful, you may have to force yourself to take action, which is called courage. Anger can cause you to take extreme and rash actions you may regret when you cool down. Never take action when you are angry. Take time to cool down. Release that rage through exercise. Channel your anger into hard work. Prisons are filled with men who acted upon their anger and made a mistake that ruined their lives forever. Overconfidence after victory will make you think you are invincible. After a few victories, it's easy to think you can't be beat and overextend yourself. Success can be dangerous when we take it for granted. Checking your ego after victory is a good idea. Even positive emotions will color your perceptions. Feelings of love, sentiment, and endearment can cloak the manipulative nature of others in your eyes. Be aware that someone you like may not really be your friend. The critical point is that you become aware of your emotions, understand that they will cloud your perception, and that you need not repress them, but compensate for them. The challenge of the strategic warrior is to learn to look at things as they are. As you realize your emotions cloud your perspective, your delusions begin to disappear. As delusions evaporate from your life, you can create strategies that work because they sit on the bedrock of reality. You can deal with obstacles more rationally, achieve the outcomes you want, and live the life you desire with tremendous success.